Hello students, today we are going to discuss Unit 4 Workplace Health and Measures. Now coming to the introduction part. As you know, all companies big or small, there must be safety measures to run the company. The environment where companies should work must be free from injuries and accidents. It is the right of all employees to have safety in the workplace. Well implemented safety measures keep employees safe and also protect industrial equipment. It is the responsibility and duty of employers to protect their employees and keep them safe. Now coming to the next point, what do you mean by safety and health in the workplace? This means the worker must take care of their health while working in a workplace and must eliminate workplace hazards. Now coming to the next point, why is workplace safety so important? Now this is an important point to discuss. Workplace safety is very important because if workers get harmed while doing their work, they cannot proceed their work further, which is a loss to the company. Moreover, if the injury is serious, then the worker must have to take rest, which increases the load on other employees. So the efficiency of working may get decreased. So creating a safe workplace is arguably the employer's most important job. A safe place to work means employees have little to no risk of developing any injury or illness while on the job. Now the next point is, what do you mean by hazard? Hazard, in short, we can say a danger or a risk. Hazard is a risk of doing something that may cause harm to someone or something else. Or you can say a hazard is any source of potential damage, harm or adverse health effects on something or someone. Now let's see what are the types of hazards. Hazards are of different types such as safety, biological, physical, ergonomic, chemical and workload. The first one is safety hazards. Safety hazards are those hazards which are likely to affect those workers who work with machinery or working in a construction site. Safety hazards may include slips, trips and falls, operating dangerous machinery and electrical hazards. Those that work in the utility sector are more likely to be at the risk of safety hazards. Now we can see that there is a man who falls due to electric wire. So if any instrument are not properly arranged while working, then he or she may get fall while doing the work. Now let's see what is biological hazards. Biological hazards include bacteria, viruses, parasites and molds or fungi. They can pose a threat to human health when they are inhaled, eaten or come in contact with skin. They can cause illness such as food poisoning, tetanus, respiratory infections or parasite infection. This can cause due to exposure to dangerous substances and diseases associated with working among animals, people or infectious plant materials. Employers who wish to work in hospitals, laboratories or various other outdoor occupations are at risk from biological hazards. Now let's see physical hazards. So what is physical hazards? Physical hazards are substances or activities that threaten your physical safety. They are the most common and are present in most workplaces who are working in extreme environment conditions. Workers that are exposed to continuous loud noise, radiation, sun rays and ultraviolet rays could be at risk. Physical hazards most commonly affect individuals who work outside in the sun for long periods of time. Now let's see what is ergonomic hazards. These hazards are physical conditions that may pose a risk of injury to our musculoskeletal system. Ergonomic hazards affect individuals whose work puts a strain on their body. Manual roles that require lifting or sitting for long periods of time can cause damage over time. As you can see in the picture here, this guy is having a back pain for working for a long time while sitting. This is an example of ergonomic hazards. Now let's see what is chemical hazards. Chemical hazards is any substance that can cause harm to human health. It may be solid, liquid, or gas. Workers who are exposed to harmful chemicals can cause illness, skin irritation, breathing problems. This type of hazards are widely seen in areas like cleaning facilities, factories where chemicals are mostly used. Now let's see workload hazards. These type of hazards are associated with workplace issues such as workload, lack of support, lack of management in the workplace. It can cause stress or strain, violence or aggression. It can be experienced in any job role. Now coming to the next point, is training important for dealing with workplace hazards? Yes, training is very important to run any work smoothly. It increases the ability of a staff to identify and handle hazards in the workplace. Effective training can be broad in scope but also needs to cover the right approach to the hazards encountered in specific work situations. Some essential parts of training cover developing an awareness of hazards and risks, the correct preparation, use and maintenance of equipment, the right procedures for reporting faults and problems, communicating with work colleagues, especially if working alone in hazardous situations, dealing with other people in the workplace, including the public. Now, let's see some steps to prevent workplace injuries. The first one is incorporate a safety and wellness plan, research safety vulnerabilities, provide protection equipment, promote fire safety, create an emergency action plan, avoid slips and falls, avoid injuries by storing items safely, be aware of electrical hazards, help reduce back pain and repetitive strain injuries. Now, coming to conclusion, employees have the right to be safe even as they carry out different tasks in every organization. Hence, every employer must prioritize workplace safety and look after employee protection in order to promote the well-being of all staffs in the organization. Ensuring safety in the workplace is everyone's responsibility. Hence, employees must undergo proper orientation on workplace safety measures and tips, while safety monitoring systems should be set up and monitored accordingly. So, thank you, students. I hope it will help you to understand what is workplace hazards and what are the steps to prevent it.